Hello everyone, my name is Fina Nazlaul Ilmi and here let's discuss and talk about Indonesian culture. In 2017, Indonesia was shocked by Malaysia because they used Rasa Sayangnya song from its tourism promotion campaign titled Malaysia Truly Asia. During the same years, when they hosted the SEA Games 2017, they again utilized the song Rasa Sayangnya for opening ceremony of its event. Indirectly, Malaysia seems to claim the ownership of Rasa Sayange, which is clearly from Indonesian local song originating from Maluku and composed by Paulus Pea. Next, in 2019, UNESCO recognized Pencaksilat from Indonesian as an intangible heritage. However, apart from Indonesian Pencaksilat, UNESCO also acknowledges approximately 15 proposals of intangible heritage from another country, including Pencaksilat from Malaysia. Besides Malaysia, similar incidents have occurred in 2020. China's official news Beijing, Xinhua, caused a stir among netizens because they describing batik as a traditional craft of Beijing. From here, we can see that Indonesian rich cultural heritage has attracted interest of many countries to claim it as their own. The question is, why did they do this? Okay, before we research the cause, let's first understand what art is. Quoting from Susan Cutler, then an American art philosopher, art can be defined as the creativity of creating understandable and perceptible from that express human feeling. Additionally, according to Leo Tolstoy, a Russian writer, art is human activity that produces something beautiful. From here, we understand that countries with copious art are considered to have creative and culturally rich societies. And indeed, Indonesia holds the first position in terms of the most cultural heritage in Southeast Asia. Next, the basic nature of art is not limited to mere beauty. There are still many other qualities of art that you need to know, such as eternal, creative, expressive, individualistic, and universal. Next, local art hold numerous benefits for the country. First is cultural identify development by promoting local art. Second is community empowerment through activities such as local art festival, a community art project. Third is tourism and creative economy through insert tourism visit, sales of art product and related tourism service. Fourth is grow a sustainable creative industry and enrich country's innovation ecosystem. The last but not least, strengthening its cultural and diplomatic influence on a global scale. From here, we understand the importance of culture of country, which help us understand why other country eager to process local culture. However, beyond this consideration, Indonesian culture is incredibly rich, from its desert landscape, archipelagos, language, and even its people. Indonesian culture is exceptionally beautiful. Therefore, it is a duty for its citizens to preserve all form of art in Indonesia, whether it's intangible or tangible cultural heritage. Let's preserve Indonesian culture as best as we can for the next generation. That's all from me. Thanks for your nice attention and thank you.
Hello everyone. As we know, we the Indonesian people are known as a nation rich in cultural diversity. Indonesia has an invaluable cultural heritage, especially in art. Every region throughout Indonesia definitely has different works of art, whether it's fine art or music. This is a characteristic of each region that is very worthy of pride. However, in this era of globalization, the challenge of safeguarding and maintaining our cultural riches is increasingly urgent. Are there any of our nation children who knows what traditional musical instruments or what are regional songs? Therefore, let's together discuss and recognize what our nation will have. We need to know that traditional musical instruments are used in various cultural activities and traditional rituals. They can vary from region to region within one country, especially in Indonesia. Similarly, Indonesian regional songs depict the rich cultural diversity throughout the archipelago, with each song having a unique story and nuance according to the culture of each region. So, you already know what traditional musical instrument and regional songs, right? Now is the time for us to know what musical instrument and songs there are in each region. Maybe here I will give example of musical instrument and songs that are popular in several provinces. For example, from West Java, there is the angklung and the songs Anak Dadali. From Papua, there is the Tifa and the songs Yampo and Biampo. From East Nusa Tenggara, there is Sasando and the songs Potong Bebek Angsa. From Aceh, there is the Kambo and the songs Bungung Jumpa. And then from Betawi, there is Tanjidor and the songs Kecil Kecil. Okay, from the several examples that I have mentioned about, it turns out that there are still many other types of musical instrument and regional songs. Very interesting, right? Therefore, let's preserve our cultural wealth again so that it can be known to the world. The enthusiasm of young people for the progress of the archipelago and the nation. Best wish to all of us. I am Tasya Aulia Putri. Thank you very much for your good attention. See you.
In today's world, expressing ourselves is really important because it helps us to share our thoughts and feelings. But have you ever found it hard to express your feelings in words? These moments when you want to say something but you're not sure how? Well, you're not alone. We all go to that. And then, what if I told you there's a way to share your feelings without saying a single word? Yeah, that's where art is. So today I want to talk about how art can help us express ourselves better even when words fail us. So sit tight and let's explore how art can change the way we connect with ourselves and with others. Let's start by discussing what challenges we often face when we try to express ourselves. Many people struggle to find effective ways to express their thoughts and emotions. It can feel daunting, especially when we worry about what others might think or if we find it hard to communicate well. These obstacles make expressing ourselves even more challenging. So, as we have seen, it's not always easy to convey our thoughts and feelings. Moving on from the challenges we faced, let's explore how art can provide a solution to these challenges. When words fail us, art comes to save us. Art gives us a cool way to express ourselves without using words. Whether we are painting, making music, or dancing, art lets us show how we feel in different ways. This means we can express ourselves freely and without worrying about finding the right words.
And now, let's discussing why art is so good for us. Let's take a closer look at the amazing benefits of art. Art gives us a special way to understand ourselves. When we create art, whether it's through drawing, music, or any other form, we get to explore our thoughts, feelings, and experience in a fun and creative way. It's like looking into a mirror that shows us who we really are. Through art, we learn more about ourselves and what makes us unique. However, art is not just about expressing ourselves, it's also about connecting with others. When we share our art with someone, it opens a door for meaningful conversation and interaction. Whether we are talking about the story behind a painting or the emotion behind a song, art brings people together and helps us feel closer to each other. Ladies and gentlemen, we have talked about how amazing art is for helping us express ourselves and connect with others. We started by looking at the problems people face in expressing themselves, and then we saw how art can solve those problems, and then finally we explored why using art for self expression is so good for us. So just remember, art is not just about creating something beautiful, it is about finding our voice and sharing our unique story with the world. So, let's continue to embrace art as a way of self expression and communication. By doing so, we not only express ourselves but also inspire others to do the same. I am Lina Nurjanah, and I would like to thank you very much for your participation and attention. Thank you.
Just imagine a world where every story, every tradition, every song, and every dance is forgotten, lost in the tide of time. Imagine a world where the vibrant tapestry of cultures that once adorned our planet fades into oblivion. Our culture, the very essence of who we are as a people, is under threat. Is the fast-paced mark of globalization. Traditional practices are being ended. Language are disappearing. We risk losing a piece of our heritage, a piece of our soul. So, my name is Muhamad Lukman, and I will talk about how to preserving our culture. First and foremost, we must prioritize education by teaching our children about their cultural roots. We ensure that the flame of tradition continues to burn bright, and this means integrating cultural studies into school curriculums, supporting indigenous language programs, and providing opportunities for cultural exchange. Secondly, we must invest the preservation of cultural artifacts and sites. Museums, historical landmarks, and sacred sites are not just relics of the past. They are living testaments to our shared history. by allocating resources of their upkeep and protection. And we ensure that future generation can learn from and be inspired by the wonders of heritage. And thirdly, we must support the creative of industries that breathe life into our culture, whether it's through music, arts, literature, or film. And these in industries serve as the being heart of our cultural identity by providing funding, training, and infrastructure for artists. We ensure that their talents continue to flourish and enrich our lives. So, the conclusion is our culture is more than just a collection of customs and tradition. It is the very foundation of our identity. It is a source of pride, a source of inspiration, and a source of strength. But it is fragile, vulnerable to the winds of change. If we truly value who we are and where we come from, then we must and together to protect and preserve our culture for generations to come.